Wednesday, the 31st of May. It is 5 p.m. Doing a daily analysis for the London session. We're looking at the British pound first. And as we can see on the daily, we are still in that uptrend for the first time in a while. We can see this using the Guppy indicator. This is kind of the first time in almost 2 or 3 months that the red is actually close, if not touching, the blue. And so a bit of an interesting time. Like, we can see that there was that large movement yesterday, and then through the New York session we had that rejection back down, and now we're kind of in that zone here. So is it going to test this area again and reject it this time, or is it going to push through? I mean, it's really hard to say, but if I was to take an educated guess, I would say that we're probably due to be going to the upside, seeing as though we are in an overall uptrend. So if we zoom in, we can see that this is on the 4 hour, that this has been broken. So if we can see that there, and even kind of like that, we can see that this has been significantly broken and it's holding. So unless that collapses and comes over into this zone soon, I would be more inclined to be along this line, and it's probably going to reject and go to the upside. That's probably my educated guess. That's what I'm looking for, but we should just check to see if we've got any news coming up. So currently it's 3:39. We don't have anything coming out for the British pound, but for the US we don't have anything for about 6 hours. So for our entire session we shouldn't be worried about news. Going closer to that 1 hour, we can see this is what we're kind of dealing with. I mean, more than anything, I guess I don't really know, because it's right in the middle of excuse me, either staying with this downtrend or actually changing direction and going to the upside. And so because we don't know, basically we'll just trade with what we're given and just try and do safe trades and using demand zones. So with that being said, on the 1 minute, we can see right now that it's hit this twice or even 3 times, dipped in, came back, dipped in again, gone into this supply zone and then come back, gone a bit further, and now it's just kind of ranging. So I guess, what am I doing? Probably looking in this zone here, like in this zone there, small trade, and then kind of like that. That's kind of what we're looking at doing. As for selling, learning our lesson from yesterday, I would be saying, along this area here is going to be where you want to be getting in, or even just below that. So kind of like, as we can see that there, kind of like just below there, and that lines up pretty well with the river. So that's kind of what we're looking for with the British pound. Moving to the US 30, we can see that we're still dealing with our downtrend. On the 4 hour, we can see that this is kind of pushing further. So I would expect us to continue this downtrend. This is what we're looking at down there. So I would be saying this is kind of the safe zone here of where we want to be getting in to buy. And selling wise, we'd want it to be coming back up. But so if we go to the 1 hour and we're zooming in, we can kind of see that, we're looking at this zone right here. This is where we want to be looking to get in. And if we are selling, I would be happy, depending on where this is in comparison to the river. That looks like kind of a nice zone just there. Hitting this in line with that, and if it rejects, then we can layer in and get in this zone here. But that's kind of the area that you'd be looking at. If we go to the 1 minute, we can see this here. I would want to be getting in just below this area here, so that puts us around this zone. And if it then, like I said, rejects and pushes through, then this is the next demand zone, which is in line with this here. So in about there, that's kind of what I would be interested in trading. Outside of that, buys. Hopefully this isn't too far away. Perfect. Okay, so we kind of got, this area, this area, this here, this area, and then this area here. All of that lines up very nicely with this. And so that could be a potential buy in around that zone. As we know, we are in a overall downtrend, so we don't want to be making our take profit too large. But that's kind of what we're dealing with. So I think the biggest thing more than anything is just to remind myself that going back to yesterday, yes, we had an unfortunate event. This basically just pushed through with no let up. It didn't let us get out. So instead of not trading, really need to just trust the process. Yesterday was just a day. Right now this is starting to become a time where you need to look at trying to get in. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll be trading this here if it goes any further down, which it looks like it is, and we'll check in tomorrow. All right, thank you.